What is up, everybody? It is Wick here. I'm going to go over a bunch of items I sold on eBay. These are real life sales, real things I found out at garage sales, thrift stores, and retail stores. It is by no means everything I sold, but we're going to start with this mixer here, this Bosch mixer. Paid $7.99 for it at a Goodwill, and I sold it for $300 plus shipping for a total of $334.08. You definitely want to keep an eye out for these industrial Bosch mixers. Great money. I picked up these baseball pennants at a Goodwill. I paid $1 for them, sold them for $20. This is a lot of what reselling is, just selling us a lot of smaller items. You don't find $100 items every day. End of the year, this stuff's going to add up big. Here's another dollar pickup. I picked up this Tripoli dice game at a Goodwill for $1, sold it for $12 plus shipping for a total of $28.93. Picked up a couple of these in the past few months. This is the second one I've sold, the Phase 10 bonus pack. Picked up one for like a quarter at a yard sale, and I think one for $1 at Goodwill. I sold this one for $40. Got a couple VCR sales going out. One I sold for $45 plus shipping. The other I sold for $30 plus shipping. I don't have any more than $5 a piece in them, so some pretty good profit going out. I picked up a couple of these Fluke multimeters at Lowe's. I paid $51 for them, and I sold it for $100 plus shipping for a total of $125. Here's this Art Deco airplane I got at Salvation Army. I got a couple of these that day. They were $10 a piece. One is a lot nicer and it has the stand. That one's worth probably about $150, I would imagine. This one used to have a stand. It's missing. It's got quite a few dents and scratches on there. So I priced it low to sell. I priced it $40 plus shipping. Sold within about 4 or 5 days. And it's an international order, so the person ended up paying well over $100 to have this shipped to them. I don't know if I underpriced it. You know, I'm not going to worry about it too much. I made some great profit on it. Again, if this was in perfect condition, I would probably sell it for a lot more. Picked up a couple of these space guns at Goodwill. I paid $2 for them, priced them $20, and one shipping internationally. Ended up paying about $40 to have it shipped. I mentioned these kind of guns are good to use keywords like cosplay and models, custom, stuff like that. People buy them. They do all kinds of things with them. Picked up these Rockport boots at a Goodwill for $5. Ended up selling them for $30 plus shipping. Took about a year and a half to sell these. Nice flip on these BioFit shoes I picked up at Goodwill. I paid $10 for them. I sold them for $50 plus shipping. Going to California, a buyer paid $20 to have these shipped. Nice flip on this LG DVD VCR recorder. I paid $15 for this at a Salvation Army. I sold it for $190 plus shipping for a total of $220. Sold 3 of these Philips Hue light dimmer switches. I picked them up at Lowe's. I think I paid about $5 and something for them. Sold them for $40 a piece. I paid $4 for this Escape board game at Goodwill, and I sold it for $50 plus shipping for a total of $64.01. I picked this phone up at a yard sale for $1. It is a Braille phone, large buttons, flashes when the phone rings. These type of phones do okay. I ended up selling it for $15 plus shipping for a total of $30. Got this Guitar Hero guitar at a yard sale, paid only $1 for it. Sold it for $30 plus shipping for a total of $47.10. Here's a Zojirushi boiler water warmer. I picked this up at a church rummage sale. I believe I only paid $2 for this. I sold it for $85 plus shipping for a total of $113.94. It's a new open box. Here are some Columbia boots. I paid about $5 for these. I think it's Salvation Army. Sold these for $20 plus shipping for a total of $33.05. Picked up some of these snowboarding boots at a Goodwill, only $4.99. Ended up selling them for $40 plus shipping for a total of $54.56. I sold this triathlon Ironman watch. Got this at a yard sale for $2. I guess technically it wasn't a yard sale. I was at a yard sale. I was asking about video games, and the lady across the street was there and heard me and said, I have some in my house I want to get rid of. So I went over there into a room, and she had a bunch of boxes and games and stuff. Went through, found a bunch of DS stuff, some Beats headphones, and some watches. And this is one of the watches I picked up. I paid $2 for it, and I sold it for $30. Picked up this Ryobi light at Home Depot. I paid $17-ish for it. Sold it for $50 plus shipping. I ended up selling 4 packages of these these locks. They're all keyed the same. Of course, I'll use that in the description. People look for that kind of thing. Got these at Home Depot. I paid about $8 a piece for them. I got 120 on all of these, and the great thing is they're going to fit in a regional A box, so they're going to cost $8.09 to ship them. Here's a nice flip. I found this Oral-B Triumph toothbrush at a Salvation Army. It was $10. Open box, but everything's new in there, so I sold it for $100 plus shipping. Got this Pokemon plush I picked up at a Goodwill for $2, and I sold it for $25. I got $2 in these dry mouth sprays I picked up at Goodwill. Expiration date 2024, so they are good. Ended up selling them for $17. Shipping out a pair of Dr. Scholl's shoes I picked up at Goodwill for $5. I talk about how time management is very important with reselling quite often. This is a good example because I only sold these for $15 plus shipping, but they are brand new with tags. It literally took about 3 to 5 minutes to list them. There was no cleaning involved. When you can make like $8 to $10 with a quick listing like that, I think it can be justified for your time. Picked up this Rolodex. They must have started remaking these. Kind of looks like it came from IKEA, possibly. I don't know. However, it was at Goodwill for $2.99, and I saw I could sell it for $25, so I bought it and sold it for $25. Shipping out this G.I. Joe figure. I've sold quite a few G.I. Joe figures the last few months. Got these in a big G.I. Joe lot I bought. Ended up paying about $800 for the lot. Also had some Lego in that lot, but I sold this figure for $45. These G.I. Joe figures, they're not really that old. They're from the 25th anniversary set, but some of these are worth quite a bit of money. So keep an eye out for them at thrift stores and yard sales because they can bring in some great profits. Here is a great flip. I sold this dual pack of laser jet toner. I picked this up at a yard sale. I believe I paid $30 for it. I sold it for $339. This was a great yard sale because this is also where I picked up the Jordans that I sold for $500. I think it was all because that they didn't have a sign up. They just kind of had their garage door open. It didn't really look like a sale, but I'm thrilled to get the profit. I'm thrilled to clear up the space that this was taken. Picked up this New Wave unit at a Salvation Army. Got it half off, so it was $35 for me. Ended up selling it for $89 plus shipping for a total of $117.31. Sold this So Jirushi bread maker. Got $45 plus shipping for it. Paid $10 for it at a Goodwill. This is the second one of the same model I've sold this year. I've come across 4 of this model out in the wild this year, which is kind of crazy to me because I was talking about before that I never come across this brand. But the other 2, they were priced too high for me to buy and sell. So I went ahead and picked up this one. It's nice and clean, sold it, made some money. I picked up this Every Drop filter for $2.99 at Salvation Army, and I sold it for $40. Nice clean flip. Picked up this appliance surge protector at Salvation Army, $2.50. It was new, but I ended up opening it because if you can tell in the photo, you got some yellowing there on the white. This happens when products sit in light or the sun. Certain types of plastics will kind of turn yellow. When you take it out of the box, the other half is completely white like it's supposed to be. So if you're selling new stuff like this, the customer can be pretty upset if they get it and it's actually, stained yellow. So I just popped it out to show them that half of it was white, half of it was faded. It still sold for $30, so it's a good flip. Picked up these Star Trek figures at Salvation Army, paid $1 a piece for them, and I sold them for $25. Sold 15 of these fire starter packets. I got these from Lowe's, paid about 10 cents a piece for them. Sold them for $20. Shipping out a couple of these Spider-Man Friends Superheroes figures. I got these at a yard sale, kind of. The guy was having a yard sale and ended up going in his garage where he had a bit of a toy collection going on. Ended up getting a sealed Buzz Lightyear, which I've already sold for $330. I went ahead and bought these blind. He wasn't really selling stuff, so I was just trying to pick what I thought would be valuable and was cheap enough that he was willing to get rid of. He told me $10 a piece for these figures, so I went ahead and bought them. However, they're surprisingly not worth a whole lot. I ended up having to sell both of them for $30 plus shipping. So I did make a little bit of profit in the end, but not a home run like the Buzz Lightyear. I believe these are the Wii Motion Plus remotes I got at a church rummage sale. I paid about $3 for both of them. Sold them for $25 a piece. Picked up this Oral-B Bluetooth toothbrush at a yard sale. Paid $20 for that and the Oral-B head there. Sold it for 60 bucks. And just noticing this says trial kit, which kind of has me concerned. Maybe it's something that's not actually complete, but I see handle, charger, 3 brush heads, travel case, smartphone holder. It seems like everything's there. It's sealed, so I don't know, it should be fine. Picked up this Mario Kart 8 remote. This goes with like a remote control Mario Kart car. That was $2 and I sold it for $18. Here's a vintage Vortex bat I picked up at Goodwill for $2.99. These are what you would call a bolo. Be on the lookout for because they can sell for some great money. I could have got a lot more money for this, but it is in really bad shape. Got some plastic broken off of it, scraped up. In this condition, I didn't even know if it would sell. I figured for $2.99 I'd give it a shot, and it did sell for $20 plus shipping for a total of $34.28. If you find one of these in perfect condition, you're getting at least $100 for it. This is an amazing flip. I sold these umpire shoes I got at a rummage sale. I only paid $1 for them. Got a lot of shoes that day, hundreds of dollars worth of good shoes. Sold this pair for $70 plus shipping for a total of $88.09. Here's a nice sale, this Panasonic Pambrator 4. I got this at Goodwill for $5 and I ended up selling it for $60 plus shipping. Some of these vintage vibrating massagers are good money. Keep an eye out for them. Shipping out this Ralph Lauren Polo sport bag. Picked this up at a yard sale for only $1. Sold it for $45. There's a lot of people interested in this. I even got some comments on why it was so wrinkled. I probably should have took the time to iron it out. I would have sold it a bit quicker, but for only having $1 into it, it's a really good flip. We got one of those bread and butter items, Sonic Hair toothbrush heads. I picked these up at Salvation Army for $3, sold them for 20 bucks. Shipping out this 1993 Geo Metro service manual. Got this in a lot of GM service manuals, including some nice Corvette ones I already flipped. Paid $100 for all the books. I'm well into profit now. This is just icing on the cake, and I got $38 for this one. Well, I meant to start this before I boxed it up. I'm shipping out a Vitamix blender. I picked it up at Goodwill for $10. I sold it for $140. See, I got it packaged up nicely. It's bubble wrapped, very tight. You can throw this box down the stairs and the blender should survive. It was the Vitamix 5000. If it would have been the Vitamix 5200, I probably could have got about $250 for it. Keep an eye out for those Vitamix blenders. This could possibly be the oldest item in my eBay inventory. It's just been there for so long. You know, probably 9 years or something like that at this point. I don't know, crazy. It's just a tie I ended up getting for next to nothing at a yard sale or something. I don't even remember exactly. Robert Talbot silk tie, and I sold it for $10, free shipping. I know I made money on it, but you know what? Probably would not buy again. I am shipping out this Mickey Mouse watch. It is new. It still has the plastic film on the front and the back. I ended up picking this up at a rummage sale. I think I paid $1 or less for it. I'm not sure. Sold it for 20 bucks. Sold this vintage Radio Shack walkie-talkie set. Paid $5.99 for them at Goodwill. Sold them for $25 plus shipping. I don't know if anyone else has this issue, but I do 1 business day shipping. Sometimes my items just randomly are same day shipping. It ends up being late shipping because I don't realize, I don't know if it's a setting eBay has, it's a glitch or what. It's just very annoying when I go to ship stuff in the morning and it says overdue shipping because, you know, something happened within eBay. You let me know in the comments if you've ever had that phenomenon. So I got this keyboard I'm shipping out. This is not going to be fun to ship. Actually already started. I got some bubble wrap on one end, going to do the other end. This is not something I particularly wanted to buy. I bought it because it was $1 at a yard sale. A woman was practically begging me to buy it. She had $20 on it, and I was looking at it and she was just kept asking, please buy it. I don't want this here anymore. I said, well, it's way too high for me. She said, well, make me an offer. I said, you won't like my offer. She said, hit me with it. I said $1. She got kind of a sick look on her face and she said, you know what, take it. So after she went down that low, I pretty much just had to buy it. I'm gonna make some great profit on it. Sold it for $60 plus shipping. So I'm gonna get this packaged up the best I can and ship it out. There it is, an ugly Frankenstein box. I got boxed up. I took 2 boxes. I used a Home Depot box and a Walmart box to finish it off. It's packed tightly in bubble wrap. It's costing $17.70 to ship this for anyone interested. Shipping UPS ground. Buyer paid $24 for shipping. I ended up getting it an inch shorter than my estimation, so it ends up being, some pretty good profit in the end. So I picked up this Frozen figure at a thrift store for 50 cents. Ended up selling it for $25. Marshmallow, I think, is the name of the figure. It's well made, and it was an easy list, and it sold really quick. So I got a lot of these safety vests at Lowe's probably about 3 years ago now. I paid only like 19-20 cents for them. They were cheap. I had 2 of them listed for $14.99 a piece, and a trucking company ended up buying 4 sets of those, so 8 of these going out for a total of $40. So that math didn't add up, so I just checked, and I was selling these for $10 for 2 of them, not 14. Only paying about 19 cents. It's still great profit. Sold this Artigraph tracer projector. Picked it up at Salvation Army, got it half off. I think it ended up being about $3. Sold it for $30 plus shipping. A great profit ratio. Picked up this refrigerator filter at a thrift store for $2. And I sold it for $20. Will ship first class. Here is a pretty good shoe flip. These Nike Air Max. I picked these up at a thrift store. They were 50 cents is all. So I ended up selling these for $30 plus shipping. They don't have the insoles, and I always disclose that in the listing. However, I don't remember exactly if I disclosed that in this listing. I probably did. I list so many things, it's just hard to remember. Here's a power supply to a Power Legs foot massager I sold for $25. I paid $13 for the power massager, and I've sold the remote for $30. I've sold this for $25, and there's some rubber foot pads I plan on selling for about $25-30. So in the end, going to be some great profit. Unfortunately, the Power Legs itself was having problems. I didn't feel comfortable selling it. Stuff like that that's desirable, you can always part it out and make some great profit. It might sound a little weird, but I love flips like this. This is a Lasco remote for a tower fan. This was in a box at Goodwill I bought. The box had a Wii in it. Of course, I bought the box of Wii stuff for $10 at Goodwill. This was just in the box, and I ended up selling it for $20, and in the end, this pretty much pays for the whole Wii. When you're a reseller, everything you look at, you think, can I sell this and make a profit? Because you never know what will sell and what will make money. Always have to be vigilant. I paid $5 for this JVC VCR at a yard sale. Ended up selling it for $60 plus shipping for a total of $76.84. Sold some of these Harry Potter Lego sets, and I was going to pull these from eBay and sell them on Amazon. I just ended up forgetting to do that, and they ended up selling, which is fine. I sold them for $100 plus shipping. Total of $120 sale. I don't know how much I have into these because I bought them in a Lego lot with some G.I. Joe figures. I think I paid about $800 for everything, and I'm in the profit now, so yeah, this is going to be all profit. Shipping out these Sonic Scrubber brush heads, picked up at Goodwill for $2, sold for $16. It's an international order. Any sort of brush head or mini replacement pieces like this, they usually sell well. Then here I sold a bag of Playmobil accessories. I bought a dollhouse with a bunch of these for $5.99 at Goodwill. There's a little note on there that said complete. I was hoping it was complete. However, of course, it wasn't. Plus, there's a lot of broken pieces on the house. I ended up just throwing the dollhouse away, and I sold the pieces for $30. And here's a classic, the Homedics massager. I've picked up so many of these, I don't really remember where I got this one. Usually a yard sale or Goodwill, pay about $5 or less for them. Sold this one for $38 plus shipping for a total of $54.88. Then finally, I got this tea pitcher. I sold this for $20 plus shipping for a total of $31.77. This goes to one of those Mr. Coffee tea makers. Picked it up in a thrift store for $2, recognized it, listed it, and it sold within the week. So very good flip there for paying $2. That's the video, everybody. I hope you learned something today and you enjoyed it. Please hit that like button on the way out. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, flipping_junk. And this has been Wick. Till next time.